All right. Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, depending on wherever you find yourself in the globe. This is Kingdom Economic Forum in partnership with the New African Concept. On behalf of the New African Concept and Kingdom Economic Forum, we want to thank all of you for the wonderful celebration of Fathers. In fact, last week was very encouraging. I received a letter from my two boys who are in the secondary school. Doc, the content of the message made me fulfilled.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting anything from them, but the content of what they sent to me as a father, I realized that I'm grateful to God for that and all the numerous calls, and also want to use this opportunity to thank all the men in the Church of Pentecost for the Men's Ministry Week. The results was fantastic, especially though we dedicated the last Saturday as the Community Impact Project, and the results though was so men wants to be challenged.
Yeah,
that was the conclusion.
Yeah,
men wants to be challenged. And we are trying to develop collect the data, and I'll come and share the data as the money we spent on that Saturday impacting society.
Wow.
And the number of people who were impacted. So though maybe initial comment.
So this is also just to add to what Nana is saying. We just join hands to celebrate all our fathers. We, in various categories, we thank you so much for the time, for the effort, for the commitment, and above all, the sacrifice that you have given to us in various shapes and forms. We are deeply grateful. And we pray for more grace. We pray for more grace that we'll be able to also do more with regards to the concept or the principle of fatherhood. And actually, that's my prayer, that we'll be able to, or fatherhood will be restored to its original. Efforts have been made, but there is still room for improvement. And we pray that God will help us in that light.
In fact, the point you have raised, I have one of the books that I will be releasing is Kingdom Driven Father.
Great.
So the fatherhood from the kingdom perspective.
From the kingdom perspective.
It will come. That one I will release it maybe after the 50.
The special one.
Yeah, I have the one that I have dubbed Kingdom Driven Marriage.
Great.
And that one has some pieces on, but the fatherhood, oh man, you love it. You love it. Anyway, over the last 6 weeks, we're trying to say that what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done. And this principle is guiding us to know that as a nation in the world, we are measuring certain things, that is the GDP, which is good, but the other things that we are of the opinion that we need to begin to measure. And we have started a journey where we are looking at Ghana Wellbeing Index to work in line with the gross domestic product. We are also proposing that there's a need for us to have this Ghana Wellbeing Index, and we are saying that when we're able to measure this, it's going to help us to bring what we call human flourishing in Ghana. That is the focus. We are not just looking at the economic output. We want to look at the human flourishing. And the core principle has been, like I said earlier on, what gets measured gets managed. And what gets managed reflects what we value. So what you value is what you measure. And we are seeing the audience, unfortunately, the GDP is only towards the government.
Yeah.
What we are proposing goes beyond government. It's government, traditional authorities, private sector, family level, civil society, the religious group, media, academia, international partners, and like I said, and the family. So ours is beyond what we are using GDP to achieve. We are looking at 9 domains. We've looked at the first one was the health, and we are saying that we are not just measuring hospital, but we want to measure peace of mind. And last week we ended on the community, and we are saying that there's a need for us to measure trust. trust, if this is a good word, trustability. From the neighborhood, from institutions, from organizations. What is the trust level? Even within the church, the church is a community. Is there any trust system that we have measured, or we intentionally want to measure, and we advise that this has to be done? This kind of thing has to be. We need to get feedback. The result might not be so good, but truth be told, we need to be willing to swallow the bitter pill in life. We shouldn't be expecting only good outcomes. The feedback will help us to move. But today, we want to dedicate time in the next 3 weeks or so to look at another domain that is so dear. In fact, that's the foundation of all the domains we are looking at. And that is time. Time. Listen to me. Let's give time some time.
Yeah.
In order to deal with it. So, Doc, I try to recap. And now we want to look at domain 3 is called time. Time. What is time? What time? Time. Why the need for us to measure?
Okay, so thank you very much, and once again, you're all warmly welcome to the Kingdom Economic Forum. And for the next 3 weeks, as Nana rightly said, we want to explore on the subject of time. And if you've been following, you realize that we've been moving according to a framework. But for the time, we want to get time for it. So maybe the first 1 or 2 episodes may be on a deeper discussion on time. Then now we assume the original template where we look at the various institutions, the risks, the advantages, and then all. And the subject of time is extremely important.
Very much important.
It is extremely important, and we are hoping that through these discussions we can unpack a number of steps. Yeah. So because we are looking at a bit of national GDP and things like that, yes, I'm sure we'll be a bit skewed towards the economic implications of time misuse or time mismanagement. And it means that we'll do a bit of basic economics as we pick up along. Now, one key factor when it comes to the framework of economics is the aspect of scarcity.
Yeah.
Now, the scarcity or limitation looks at 2 things. The fact that human needs are insatiable, but the resources are limited. So limited resources plus unlimited or insatiable needs, human needs, then leads to the need for choice.
Yeah.
So it is a framework. Because there is insatiable or human needs are unlimited, but at the same time the resources are limited.
This definition is coming from pure economics there.
Yes, the pure economic,
the natural one. That is the natural one that we are operating with. That's a pure one. Okay.
So even with the should I say even with the kingdom perspective, yes, you will still it depends on the perspective we come from.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But
so the limitation here is, for instance, when you take time. Yeah. Time is a resource.
It's a resource, good.
And it is a limited resource.
Good.
That is why everyone has 24 hours.
Good.
Whether you are thin, small, short, rich, poor, sane or insane, you will still have 24 hours.
I get your point.
Yes. However it is, so the resources like land is defined.
So it's very important. The reason why, if you use the word limited,
yes,
we are trying to discuss something.
If
you use the word limited, the understanding means that it is not enough. The word in other interpretation, if somebody wants to interpret the word limited, yes, it presupposes that the thing is not enough. We should have had more.
Oh, okay.
You get a
Okay,
point. But
okay.
then in the framework of maybe the kingdom mindset, the manufacturer knows that 24 hours is enough.
It's enough.
You get a point.
It's
Just
enough.
that it's defined that you have to use.
Yes. Yes.
You get it. But
Yes.
in fact, even the poor person who doesn't even use time, thinks that time he has more time.
He has more time.
You get the point.
Exactly.
So maybe I'm just
Exactly.
trying to.
The fact is, the need for choice is based on the scarcity or the limitation principle or the define. Because now, at the end of the day,
Good.
you don't have all day to do all things.
I get it.
So you have enough time
Good.
to do important steps.
Good.
You don't have enough time, or you don't have all time to do all things.
That's the point.
So just like I was saying, it is a defined element. So that is what within the economic circles we refer to it as limited resources.
Good.
So the limited resources is not that it is not enough to meet our needs, but it is not enough. We don't have enough to meet all needs. Hence, the need for prioritization,
I get your point.
which then leads to what we normally call scale of preference.
Scale of preference.
If we have enough resources to meet all needs, then there will be no need for scaling. There will be no need for priorities.
You know, this Kingdom Economic Forum.
Yes.
We try to chip in things that makes the discussion. Because we ask questions. I'm not an economist.
Yes.
So whilst he's talking, I have questions that I will ask them.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
You see, let's even bring it to our part of the world.
Okay.
Do we have limited resources
Yes.
in terms of Africa, looking at the land God has given to us, looking at all this? You see, the definition is so critical.
Very.
Is it
Very.
because we haven't understood the value of the things we have as to how to do the values we have to add to the things we have now? Accurate impression said we have limited stuff. I'm giving a typical example for the
Yes.
land, as you mentioned. Land
Yes.
is limited, but technically, I would say is Ghana land is defined.
Yes. Defined.
Good. If you use the word limited, it means that we would have needed more lands for us to be able to get the benefit we have. I'm coming from a different perspective.
Okay. Okay.
But our land is defined. But the
defined.
idea
Yes.
we are not using
Yes.
to the maximum, and we are not taking maximum
Advantage of it.
of what has been given to us.
Exactly.
So, from economic sense, you are right. But then, when it comes to the human person, you are telling him, "Oh, the land is limited." His mindset is that, okay, what I have no, since enough, that's why I'm not moving forward in life.
No, okay, so that is a misinterpretation.
That's a point, and that is what is affecting
It's,
us.
it's, yes,
We
yes,
need to bring
yes.
footnote.
So the limited here means ebim bekaho.
That's a point.
So the limited is not that it is not enough to meet us, but the limited here until 24 hours ebim bekaho.
That's a good point.
As I said, no ebim bekaho.
That's a point.
So that is the fact that until in Chrome's time, Ghana with the same land size.
We are losing some.
Yes, we are.
The sea is taking some.
It's even, yes. So with the same land size was around 5.2 million.
Population.
Now
The same.
about 69 to 70 years down the line, the same land size, we are roughly around 30 to 35 depending on the source. So let's say 32 million. So this is a clear example.
That's a point.
5 million, 32 million. That is about 20 something million people added, still having to deal with the same land size. So the limited here is that ebim bekaho.
I agree
So
with you.
yes, so it is not that it is not enough
to do something with
to
it.
do something with it.
If you are listening to me,
Yeah.
maybe it's about our interpretation of terms. From economic sense, if they are using limited, that is what he is explaining. But for normal person,
Yes.
oh, I couldn't do this because I had limited funds. I had limited this. You see where perception of our interpretation, this one is even at the subconscious level.
Yes.
When
Yes.
they hear the word limited, it means that he cannot do anything with what he's having. He needs something, he needs more of the thing that he's saying is limited. But here what we are saying is that the term limited is a defined.
Yes.
I hope I'm
Yes.
so okay, go on.
In those two categories, there is the defined limited, where that one is in reference to the fact that ebi meka ho.
That's the point.
Yes, and then there is the other limited, which, like we are saying, maybe you have a particular resource, you have a particular amount of money.
That's it.
Now, this amount of money, you have a number of needs.
That's
you have to pay school fees. You have to maybe buy television. You have to do this. So the choice and preferences comes in.
That's it.
Because so at that material moment, what you have is a limited resource.
That's a point.
So those are the two levels. So the first level is the limited in reference with the fact that
it's fixed.
Yes, fixed. So it is limited. Our population growth does not increase or widen the geographical land size. So
fixed.
it is fixed.
Wonderful.
Time is fixed.
Time is fixed.
So that's the first category of the limited.
In fact, now you have helped me to understand the word limited in perspective of time.
Yes.
So therefore,
Yes.
I don't know, maybe that's what I'm saying. I'm not an economist. I hope that they have also made sure the limited, they have classified those tasks for us.
Yeah, so well, it depends on the, you see, mostly the and that is why we normally say that we need kingdom intellectuals.
Yeah.
Most of the times, the way sometimes it's presented, it leaves the subconscious that I don't have enough, I cannot do it. So that's why we have several professors in economics. So the concept of scarcity, so that's why sometimes, in order to give a kingdom perspective, we will normally want to use abundance rather than scarcity. But the concept of scarcity is actually real.
It's real,
The response to it is what matters.
Classification within the scarcity.
Within the scarcity. So there are two major levels.
That's the point.
So the first level is the limitation by way of fixation. So it is fixed, limited. For instance, time. For instance, land. And then normally we call labor. But the labor, for instance, is not fixed.
It's not fixed. Labor
because you can use technology to do something about it. So mostly things like time, things like land, these are limited resources. The limited here is not
the air you breathe.
Yes. So these are limited resources to be understood that they are fixed.
They are fixed.
So our population will not increase it. Therefore, that's why now policies must come in by way we can respond to it. The second form of it is the limitation by way of not enough.
Not enough,
which I gave like example, a father with this, and so you don't have all the money.
That's the point.
So you have X amount of money. So, and you have a number of responsibilities to meet. So day in, day out. So the limitation then now brings about scale of preferences. That if I have 1,000 cedis and I have to pay fees, I have to buy this, then looking at bringing everything together, which one should I prioritize?
So if you are listening to us, we are looking at time, and Doug is looking at it from the economic perspective. For us to get this clear that time, if we say time is limited, it doesn't mean that you need additional 1 hour to the 24 hours. No. What it means is that it's well defined. And the one who gave us time knows very well that whatever we need to do within the 24 hours can be done.
Exactly.
Whatever we need to do within that 24 hours can be done. So therefore, if you are listening to us, we want to then zoom in why God created time. Some school of thought says that the first thing God created was time. In Genesis chapter 1, it says in the beginning.
In the beginning.
So it means God had to create time to bring forth. It's a kind of I believe that principle in the sense that God lives in eternity.
Yes.
So therefore, for him to create, he need to create time within which everything can function. So that is my, and so maybe don't bring your perspective on that. Why time? Why did God create time? What demand is that?
Yeah. So time is the greatest resource. So God created the universe and then gave us a number of resources.
That's the point.
And the idea of the resources was that we will use the resource to advance our life here on earth. So time happens to be the foundational resource that God gave man, in addition to all other resources like land, like air, all those things. But he gave time so that we will be able to maximize our life. So death, actually, sometimes life picks on its significance because of the threat of death. So death reminds you that you don't have all day. So if just like Jesus said in John 9:4, that I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day, for the night cometh when no man can work. Which of course is referring to the fact that there is death where the things he has to do, he will not be able to do. So the place of time is to push man to know that I don't have all day. So how do I maximize myself in driving human civilization and advancement, that God will also get his glory out of it? Now, the glory of God is in two levels. One level is his nature, and then at the other level is his likeness. The nature aspect is where we begin to live like him. That is where the place of holiness, that is love, what we will call the fruit of the Spirit. But there is also another dimension, and that likeness deals with his innovation, creativity, system building, the use of time, resources to do something, tangible. So this part of our world, we are a bit more skilled towards the nature, and even with the nature, as the religious activities now akata so the nature no crampo, and yeah. But on this side, we are not good at all when it comes to the creativity, the innovation, and the time. Maybe I think we can move then to the productivity. That's actually what I wanted us to look at, that because we are looking at the national level. Now we have microeconomics and then macro. You know that micro is the limited small ones, and then the macro is at the, so GDP and things will be at the macro level. The difference or the analogy is just like a tree and a forest. So when you get into a forest, we have individual trees. So if you are measuring an individual tree, and then you are taking the height, the size, the color, that is micro. And when you are considering the forest as a whole, that is the macro. Now, time inefficiency at the personal level, that is, and then there is a huge correlation between the micro and the macro. So when a society, individuals do not value time, that is the micro time inefficiency. It will then play out at the macro time inefficiency, and then it will then affect the nation as a whole. Now, productivity, immediately we make mention of productivity, three things come to mind. That is the input resources, the products, the goods and services coming out, and then time. So these are the three components of productivity. What we are investing, labor, land, capital, time, everything. And then so what we are investing, and then what is coming out, that is the goods and services over a period of time. So worker A is more productive if he is able to produce, let's say, 10 bottles of a particular product within 1 hour, and then compared to another worker B who is producing 2 bottles of that same within that 1 hour. And that is our greatest issue here. So productivity is a function of time. It means that any people that does not respect time will not be productive. So time consciousness is not a Western principle. It is a universal principle. Natural. And any person, yes, a natural universal principle, any person or group of persons that identify it and use it well will have the fruit thereof. Unfortunately for us, we do not value time.
We don't.
And by not valuing time, it also plays out in its economics. So our GDP, our this is a clear reflection
of the usage of time,
because it mirrors it. Material poverty is a reflection of time poverty.
That's a point. Hey, that's a deep statement.
Very, 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 very deep. Material poverty is a function or is a reflection of time poverty.
Time poverty. Hey, Dog has made a very serious statement that material poverty is directly proportional to time poverty. Are you poor in time? Do you value time? In our case, we have what we call GMT, Ghana man's time. We don't appreciate time at all. And Dog has made us aware of the usage of time. That's why when we go to other countries where they are respecting time, you see development. They do not even know God. They are even, some of them are even say there is no God. Unfortunately, they are using God's resources to create the impression that there is no God. But we that we have come to believe in God, we don't use God's resources. We have even praying against time. Some of you, he will sit there, will not use time, but when his lifetime is catching up on him, then he increases his prayer point. When you we need to be honest with ourselves. So Dog, you are telling us that usage of time is universal principle.
It's a universal principle.
You don't need to be a Christian to use time. And the good news is that God is not even partial about time.
Yes.
He's giving 24 hours.
In fact, almost all the resources.
All the resources
that
we need in this life. That are critical
life.
resources. You don't need to be a Christian to have it.
Yes.
And one of them is time.
It's time. And that was I was in class where discussing an existential question that I think David asks in Psalm 73 verse 12 and 13 concerning how that unbelievers are prospering and then believers are struggling, and then it's brought forth several questions. And I think that especially the church in Africa really needs to address this question so well. Right. Now Jesus says that concerning God, so that he's so kind that so both on the righteous and the unrighteous. Into two things that he said, and these two summarizes the life or existence here on earth. Because when you take away the sun, the earth, the Obiabewu, and then water is the basic substance here on earth. Sure. So by using these two things, Jesus was saying that about material progress, God is so kind that it is not a reserve for Christians. It is available for everybody. And he has tied it to principles. So anyone, Christian, Buddhist, Shintoist, traditionalist, atheist, whoever it is, who will get the principle and then utilize it, you are going to get the fruit thereof.
See, listen, we are discussing about time. And this is the foundation. We haven't gotten there. Listen, it doesn't matter whether you are Ujasho's Christian or even you see the next person as the most demonic person. If he gets to know the principle, and one of the major principles we are looking at is time. Become time conscious. His productivity per hour. You see, you stop praying for promotion and come back to how you are using your time. God is not unjust.
Yeah.
That you are not using your time well in your workplace and you are asking him to promote you. This will only happen when you are working in the public sector where they use long number of years, not number of productivity.
Yes.
That you mark time and then you be promoted. That's why we are struggling. Because there's no merit. The person has been in the workplace for 20 years, but there's nothing to prove that he has been working there.
Yeah.
Only for him to become the director of that organization because he has been there for long.
For a long time.
And this is our problem in this nation.
Yes.
We are talking about time. And time is the resource God has given to us. Though we have used economic terms that is limited. The limited means that it is a defined one.
Fixed.
It's fixed. Every day, if you miss 1 minute, you cannot bring it back. So, therefore, if there's anything for us to become conscious, then we need to be the time, because that's the foundation. Look, it's the foundation for anything that has been created.
Yeah.
Because everything we see works within time.
Exactly.
Season for planting and
harvest,
rain or shine. All these things are working within time. So we are encouraging you that time, if there's anything from the church, from the individual level, for us to become conscious, students, parents, whatever, it is about time. Let's get back to time. And when we do that, we will be able to take our rightful position in the productivity of our economic
for our nation.
Our nation. We need to. When I respect time, you respect time. Even when you have invited the president for a meeting, the minister for a meeting, they come in so late, and then the first thing they will say, we apologize. I don't know when we apologize. How can we do this? So now apology to cry in February. No, how can we do that? Do this to us? Even in church, people don't come to church on time, and he wants us to close. And sadly, we are talking about time. Let us begin to respect time. Look, ask some visual that
yes. Time is serious. So just to pick up from where you gave so for instance, if you take a land and if we understand these very well, it will influence, and one of the mighty shakings of our nation that will be towards heavy transformation is when we begin to respect time. Just like you said, most of the developed countries, or what we call prosperous countries, one of the things that immediately you get there, because the system
it's about time.
It's about time.
You can't go and give them a excuse that come to work at 6:30 and you are there 7 and so.
It's so toy. Even in snow. Look at the effort they'll be putting in to meet that time. So it is something that we need a whole national reorientation massively on time.
Reset on time.
Reset on time.
Yeah, we need to.
Yes, seriously.
If there's any reset for us to do, is about time.
And it is so basic and foundational, and it cuts across. And one thing is that we can maximize also through the use of technology. So for instance, if you have a land and then someone is using cutlass and hoe to cultivate, productivity will be very, very low.
Very low.
So now the idea becomes, can we get tractors? Can we get certain drones, equipment? Yes. So riding on technology, so that we can do more within a given time.
You know, your point was about productivity.
Yes.
So those who are advanced are using time and bringing technology that will reduce the usage of time to achieve higher productivity. Yes. Because they know that time is limited.
Yes.
So in their decision, whatever they are doing, they are always coming out with technologies and solutions and policies that will make them maximize time. But unfortunately, in our part, we think that we have more time. We haven't understood that we don't have time. We think that we have more time.
We have more time.
Only those people who think that they don't have more time are the politicians. Because they know that they have only 4 years.
They have only 4 years.
And that is why all the decisions that they are taking, they take decisions that are temporary decisions.
Yes. Well, only time.
Only time. Only politicians in our nation that know that they don't have time. So that's, you see, anyway, maybe next week, when we come, still on time, I think you are enjoying. Next week when we come, we're still going to look at the economic implications of usage of time. So that we look at it. Doug has mentioned about productivity, and today was just an intro. That's what we've tackled here and there, trying to open the discussion up. Next we will look at time wasting. The 3 things maybe you can do with time. Whether you can waste time, you can spend time, or you can invest time.
Good.
Those things we will look at it, and then maybe if we have more time, give you statistical data.
That's right.
As to the cost of time wasting in our nation, and it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. This has been Kingdom Economic Forum. We thank you for listening to us. Like we told you, in the coming month, we're going to launch Agenda 50 Books, Kingdom-driven series, and trust me, it's going to be wonderful. We want you to pray with us. But when we come next week, we will give you more information. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye-bye.